Assalamu alaikum and hi. My name is Ahmad Ismat and I am a student at UTHM. Today I will talk about food waste in Malaysia and how we can learn from South Korea to manage it better. In Malaysia, we waste more than 16,000 tons of food every day. That's a huge amount, enough to feed millions of people. The purpose of this presentation is to look at the food waste situation in Malaysia and how we can learn from a successful example, South Korea. South Korea used to face the same problem, but today they are one of the best in the world in reducing food waste. The situation in Malaysia. Let's look at Malaysia first. In Malaysia, people throw away about 3,000 tons of food every day. This is food that is still good to eat, like rice, vegetables, and meat, but it ends up in the trash. This happens a lot during Ramadan festival and even on normal days. When food goes to landfills, it breaks down and releases methane gas, which is very harmful for the environment and causes climate change. The situation in South Korea. Now let's look at South Korea. In the 1990s, South Korea had a big problem with food waste, but they acted fast to fix it. They started a pay-as-you-throw system. This means people must pay more if they throw away more food. They also use smart bins that weigh the food waste. People use a card to pay, depending on how much waste they throw. Today, more than 95% of food waste in South Korea is recycled and into compost or food for animals. They also teach students in school about not wasting food. Because of these steps, the country was able to reduce food comparison Malaysia against South Korea. So what can we learn from South Korea? Let's compare. In Malaysia, food waste is still high and laws are not strict. But in South Korea, waste has been reduced a lot because they use a strong legal system and smart technology. Malaysia recycles very little food waste, while South Korea recycles 95%. Public awareness is still low in Malaysia, but in South Korea it's very high, especially among students. This shows us that if Malaysia applies the same strategies, we can make a big difference too. In conclusion, food waste is a big problem in Malaysia, but it's not impossible to solve. South Korea shows us that smart system, strong education, and government action can reduce waste and protect the environment. What can Malaysia do? First, introduce a smart waste system like South Korea. Second, educate students and families about food waste. And third, encourage people to recycle food or donate extra food to those in need. If we all work together, the government, school, society, we can change habits and protect the planet. So that's all, and thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.